What's new at Chase Field? I'm here with Derrick Holland. There's a lot of new, and maybe this is something that people hadn't necessarily thought of before with the fan experience, but I want to start with the lighting and the audio. You got some of the big dogs, companies like Musco, who have been ahead of the light game for 50 plus years now. I actually know that because my dad was a light engineer, so I'm not that smart. I just grew up with that. But what was it like making sure you brought in some of the best to up the antes here?
It only makes sense. I mean, Jordan, if we're going to improve and enhance our lighting, why not go with the best? Musco does such a nice job. And we also talked to other teams who have had the success with the new lighting system, and we all heard this Musco system was the greatest. And for us to bring in the light changing capabilities, the fact that you could go from completely dark to light in seconds, where it used to take several minutes to heat up, it's going to really change the experience, not only for the players on the field and the safety and the visibility and the non-glare, but for our fans. I mean, kids are going to love it. All fans are going to like it, where you can bring a new color. You saw the red and the teal, and again, being able to turn on and turn off, whether you're doing introductions or if you need to for concerts. We needed this improvement for sure.
How much of the World Series run and visiting all those stadiums where there were big moments and big games, how much were you guys taking notes from other places to figure out what you wanted to do this offseason here?
Oh, I think we always do that. Even during the regular season when we're on the road, we'll all go and take notes and take inventory. And the newer ballparks today are amazing. And it's really 365 days a year. They've got the restaurants and the bars and the hotels and the office buildings. It's mixed use around the ballpark, whereas here we're a standalone ballpark. But so many new properties you get to go and say, wow, I really love their club. I love your premium elements. I love the fact that they could do that for kids. So we're always taking notes and saying, okay, when it's time to refurbish or build a new stadium, again, I think refurbish is where we're going to be and renovate this place. We're going to bring a lot of those elements in.
So I've been hosting games over at Salt River in spring training, and I'm seeing, every D-backs game, it felt like it's been a sellout over there. And obviously the capacity is a lot smaller there than it is here, but what are your expectations and how amped up are you to see just how much fuller it's going to feel throughout the entire year this year?
I think it's going to for sure. You're right. I mean, we're getting 11,000, 12,000, 13,000 every game at Salt River, and we've already seen it in ticket sales this year here for the regular season. I mean, our new sales, our single game sales, our membership sales, which is our season ticket, over 30% increase. We're expecting to go from just under 2 million, we're like 1.9 to 2.5 million. That's a huge jump, but that's because of the success we had last year, the excitement, and the fact that our players are so likable. We hear from our fans, they love, the Corbin Carrolls. These kids are, they're favorites. And when you go around, whether it's Salt River Fields or here, how many kids are wearing number 7 and Corbin Carroll jerseys? We haven't had that really since Gonzo and Goldie, so there's a lot of excitement for this team, and it's showing up in ticket sales.
How much was your hand in everything? You got the new rally backs this year, you've got the new merchandise, and you've got all the events coming up and the food. I mean, just how many meetings have you been in this year?
We've had a lot, but it's really about our talented staff. We let them do their jobs. We empower them, and they're very creative, and they care about our fans. They care about the fan experience. We want to have the best experience in all of baseball, if not in all of sports. And when you think about experience, it's everything from affordability to safety to cleanliness. I think we're tops. When you walk around, you see game day staff wearing those buttons that say FOTSI, which is find a way to say yes, which we do. I think we interact, we engage with our fans, we're accessible, probably better than any team in sports, but it's because of the staff, and they put a lot of hard work in to bring in new promotional items, new marketing elements, make the ballpark look a little better food. I'm proud of everybody that works with and for us.
Last thing I got for you, too, everyone's realizing, okay, this team is talented. You bring in new players as well. But something that I've really noticed is the players that you have on this team are good people. The community involvement that I've seen from guys like a Brandon Fott, who I'm chatting with, I mean, it's remarkable. How does it feel to know that your players are doing everything they can, not just on the field here at Chase Field and all over Major League Baseball, but across the community?
Yeah, Jordan, thanks for noticing that. They are good people. They're good guys, and they do that without a prod. They come together in the beginning of spring. They sit down with our community staff. We learn what's important to them, what they like, what their favorite benefits or charities are, and then we tailor a package for them or give them ideas of how they can give back. And they do it on their own. They're unbelievable. And they do so much we don't even see. They're going to schools talking to kids. They're going to hospitals and taking photos and visiting kids in beds. They're amazing. The other thing that they do so well, and you mentioned Brandon Fott, Corbin's out there. They're all out there. Our veterans are out there. Suarez is out there. But they go down the line and they sign autographs forever, and that's the greatest thing. When I look out and see our players, whether it was in spring training or here, down the line signing autographs, taking pictures with kids, they're creating memories, and they're also creating fans for life. It's a wonderful thing, but giving back to the community we can do every year, regardless of how we're playing. We know that we can make an impact, and when our players are on board, it's that much more rewarding and it's that much better.